Hi. I was trying to let you guys see the background so you get the full effect of the kind of day it is here. Look at that. It's cloudy, it's rainy. It's one of those days you probably just want to curl up inside and not do very much. And that's exactly how I'm feeling today. Today is a holiday here in the DR. It's like our day, the day of like Our Lady of Las Mercedes, Dia de las Mercedes. Don't ask me what it is, I haven't done any research. I'm not adulting today. And that's exactly what my post is about. Like sometimes, no, I don't want to be informed. I don't want to know. I don't want to do research. I don't want to have to explain why the tide has been crazy for days. Like normally are very peaceful, serene, beautiful beaches that are all turquoisey or roiling with waves, and you can see the sand being tossed around. There's a hurricane at sea or whatever. I don't know, but I don't feel like finding out and being a source of information today. I feel like doing nothing. And so I was even a little grouchy because, as some of you may know, I've been working like crazy, just nonstop, and a number of different things. I've got just a lot of stuff going on. And I will say, to be really clear, I'm very, very grateful that I am so fortunate as to have this much work. And I have, as I said before, a lot of you guys have been contacting me. I'm so just pleased and flattered, and I appreciate all of you guys who've been reaching out, saying things. Lots of people are coming with questions about life here in the DR and real estate and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's great. But today, none of it. Just doing none of it. And so I guess the bigger message is that right now, and again, I haven't studied all about it, but apparently there's some sort of planetary shifts happening. I mean, we can look at this year, right? 2020 has been quite a year. And certainly there are people who study the alignment of planets and, every 100 years something strange happens or all that kind of stuff. I'm not one of those people. I don't know. I hear about those things, I read about those things from time to time, but I'm not very well informed about it. I recognize that all of the energetic influences of the universe or the multiverse affect us as individuals because we're all energy. And like the moon affects the tides because it affects the water, and we are mostly water, so we're affected by all of that type of stuff. I get it. But I have no more energy, no more bandwidth right now to really pursue that line of inquiry. And so if you want to know what it is, you're going to have to do it yourself. But I will tell you that I do feel like I've been very much impacted by what has been happening, by what continues to happen. And so, I didn't have a lot to do outside of my home today. I didn't necessarily have to leave home, but I canceled a couple of things that were pending because I just was like, no, I need to just not have to do anything. And I even told my son, Mommy needs a timeout. Unless you want me to bite your head off because I'm tired. No, I'm kidding. But I'm saying I just was like, I'm full. Estoy full, as they say here, full. And I actually was on my way. I thought about going to the beach because I wanted to show some of what the waves look like here. You may have seen, for those of you who've been paying attention and are curious maybe about traveling or something to this location in the Caribbean, there have been people posting online about the waves coming way up into properties, and when you drive down by the beach, there's all kinds of sand all over the road from when the tide is spilling over. It's been pretty significant. And so I was going to go down and show some of that today. But then the sky cracked open and decided to be thunderous and quite rainy. And I thought, no, you know what? Let me listen to what myself is saying. What do I really want to do? And I was like, Kelly, you're tired. Go home and crawl back into your bed and stay there and enjoy the fact that there's one day where I can choose not to leave the house, even though I already did. But you know what I'm saying? I could just not have to be ripping and running like I am most days. I don't have any Zoom calls today, thank heaven. There's always more I can do, more work I can do, but I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'm going to do some stuff later on. I did some stuff earlier, but I'm saying it's not the same relentless pace I've been on. I've been like on 14-hour days lately, you guys, like really, really grinding here. And a lot of times people use that word grinding as a badge of honor. And I'm like, grinding means that something's getting worn down. Like if it's ground out, it's no longer fully viable. It becomes useless at a certain point if you keep grinding and grinding, whether it's a gear or your teeth or whatever. And so I'm not really celebrating the idea of grinding. Being productive is great. Working hard at times is great when it's needed, when it's required, when it's appropriate. But there are also times that I think a balance is really important. There are times that we have to recharge and not be so active and not be fully engaged mentally or physically or even emotionally in things outside of ourselves. And so for me, this day really was about having a bit of a reset, a recharge. And that's really kind of what I wanted to share with you, because like I mentioned about the ocean and how it's really going through some type of like a literal revolution of the waves and whatever may be happening cosmically or energetically, you may feel it, right? This year has been about all kinds of different pushes and pulls energetically, and the way we as humanity and different communities are feeling effects of things that are happening around us, and the challenges that have come in lots of different ways this year. And that can take a toll, just like grinding every day at a job, or having to constantly manage a relationship, or constantly feeling like, okay, I've got to, work out and be really, on top of my game and make sure my food, my intake is proper. I mean, all these kinds of things can be good for us and again, can have their place, but sometimes we just need to like chill, just stop. And so if you, like me, if you have been feeling a bit worn out, a bit ground down from constant, whether it's a news cycle or feeling like you're being bludgeoned by certain types of energies that are happening around the world, like, the news we get about different events that are happening. Obviously this long-standing kind of pandemic issue, all the different sides that people are discussing and taking, the positions they're taking about that, and so many different things that are swirling globally and in terms of the broader communities in the world, but they also trickle down into how we feel about our individual lives and how we manage our individual households, how we manage our individual levels of energy. And I want to just say, if you haven't already, know that it's, if you don't already know that it's okay, it's even appropriate to step back at times and to hit that reset and to just disengage. Because in order for us to have well-being on a long-term basis, it's important to manage all those in-between times. So that's really it. It's not a long message. If you find that you're feeling tension in your body, like I tend to have tension in my shoulder, particularly my left shoulder, you find that you're noticing that, pay attention to that. That's your body telling you, hey, I need some attention, or I need to slow down. If you've been having headaches, if you're feeling grouchy, if you're feeling just out of sorts, those are signs that you want to pay attention to. If you're feeling depleted and you notice you're like snacking a bunch, you're not really having meals, if you're grabbing just at little like I said, snacky kind of foods, your body may be signaling to you, hey, I need you to pay attention and really nourish me. I don't want chips and even like a handful of grapes or nuts or like a thing of yogurt. I want a meal. I want to sit down. I want to have slow food. I want to be cared for. I want you to turn off the TV. I want you to get off your devices. Yes, even YouTube. I want you to just be present with me. Just feel yourself. Feel what you need. And then respond in kind. Give yourself what you need. Okay? So that's my message. We are microcosms of what's happening on the macro level. So as within, so without, as above, so below, it's all connected. And all of these different influences are influencing us on a very small, even like a cellular level. So pay attention, be kind to yourself, be patient, be kind with others. Take some deep breaths. I'll check back with you guys later on. Mwah. Enjoy the rain. Bye.